welcome to r/redditor. Today we got some new bangers. Today this subreddit is "Am I the Butthole?" So the first post comes from user no gifts 228. Alright, am I the butthole for returning all the presents I got and buying my own because I'm tired of receiving what I feel are thoughtless gifts from everyone? I try not to be spoiled, but my whole life I haven't felt thought of in gifts I receive. I never show it and always act thankful to be polite. The gifts I give others are always personalized. If I haven't been asked for specific items, I listen and use their hobbies and interests to make sure they're a hit. One of my favorite things was the shot of Eureka when they opened their presents and were speechless. Then it came time for me to open my gifts, and it was a generic set of headphones, much worse than the ones I own, in colors I hate. A face wash and candle set I can't never use with sensitive skin and allergies. A mug with a weird meme on it that has no inside joke between us that won't fit in my cabinet with the matching set already inside. I'm tired of feeling like a coworker but you don't know that you picked for Office Santa, Secret Santa. I stopped hoping they finally listened or get me something from a list I specifically gave, in case they couldn't be aroused to put thought and effort into it. I can't think of a gift I received that wasn't donated or stuffed in a box in storage. Yet every gift I've given others is still on display, used, talked about, or complimented when seen. Why don't I deserve that effort? My friends are so great in every other way. My DH loves me endlessly, and there's no other area I feel we're lacked. So why don't they try and get me something from my interests? Why am I unwrapping a clearance tea set when I'm a coffee drinker? Yikes. We all sent out lists again weeks back, and my DH said he was already done his shopping and excited to wrap my gifts. I was hopeful this time and he got something from my list. While tidying, I found a stash with candy, a pair of cheap slippers in a pattern I'd never wear, a makeup travel bag with tacky slogan "Slay all day" on it. I despise quotes on anything, and a pair of gloves. I just felt deflated. I felt sunken in on myself. I realized I'd never get the joy of opening a gift and being blown away by its thoughtfulness. I cracked. I told everyone I wasn't doing gifts this year and to return anything they got me because I didn't have the money and I wanted to be fair. It's true. I don't have the money to waste $1,000+ on personalized gifts for everyone just to feel disappointed. I canceled all my orders, returned all the items I got, and bought things off my own list using those funds. I wrapped them and put them under the tree from me. DH is hurt. Friends are disappointed. Family had told me how spoiled, entitled, and petulant I'm being. I think they're just mad they aren't going to get gifts from me this year that they boast about and post online and get tons of comments about how cool it is. This year I'm getting what I want, and going forward, this may even be my tradition forever. So I finally get things I like. But as Christmas gets closer, I'm starting to feel guilty and ashamed for what I've done. And am I the butthole? Edit. Few things I should clear up. 1. All I said to my family was that I wouldn't be participating in gifts exchange this year due to my budget. I didn't mention that it was because I don't like the gifts. My own parents are the ones assuming that is why, because they have the largest track record of being the worst at gifts for me and have been called out on it. Example being last year they got me a bunch of tea when I hate tea and love coffee. I left the tea behind and nicely said I wouldn't drink it, but my mother would and should keep it. I was told I'm ungrateful and expected to be catered to. 2. No one knows about the gifts I got myself or will see them except my husband. Due to the pandemic, we don't be seeing family in person this year. Nice. While I did return everyone's gifts this year, that does exclude all my husband's. I usually get him quite a few, but I cancel about half of them. He's he still got he'll still get 5 to 7 or so, and I made sure I didn't get myself more than I got him to unwrap. Oh, also DH stands for dear husband if you didn't know about that. This next post is by user embarrassedrich657. Am I the butthole for not wiping my nephew's butt? Alternate account, a little background. I, 32 male, live 600 miles from family and hardly goes home. I may see them once every 2 to 3 years for holidays. Between seeing my parents' family and our jobs, we don't get to travel much. So I go to the hometown for Thanksgiving. My older brother has an 8-year-old boy. We call him Jaden. Jaden is a pretty normal 8-year-old. He plays video games, basketball, and loves horror movies. Wow. Okay. While the family's at my parents' house, I notice when Jaden goes to the bathroom, he always calls out, "Daddy, I'm ready," and my brother goes in after him. I asked my mom what's that about, and she informed me that my brother still wipes Jaden's bottom after he poops. The next day, I talked to my brother and I asked, "Is everything okay with Jaden?" Thinking maybe he has some kind of special needs or soothing as to why he can't wipe himself. To my surprise, from my own brother's mouth, he said he can do it. He just doesn't want to get poop on his hands, so I just wipe him. I'm dumbfounded, so I just let it go. During Thanksgiving Day, the family is at the lake house. We have had dinner and everybody is drinking and playing cards, having a good time. My brother is wasted. He and I, his wife, are on the boat on the lake. I can hear Jaden screaming, "Daddy, I'm ready!" And I tell him he gotta do it himself. His dad's on the boat. My mom tells me, "Just do it." I flat out refuse. My partner tells me, "Just do it. It's not that big of a deal." I flat out refuse yet again. I'm not wiping a able-bodied 8-year-old butt just 'cause he doesn't want to. There are literally about 15 people in the house and everybody gangs up on me to do it. I tell them to do it. They say it can't be a girl and all the other males are too young. They're like 13 to 27. Whoops. My brother and his wife finally came back and my brother wiped him. His mother was mortified and chewed him out about still wiping him. Now, everybody in my immediate family is mad at me because I refused to wipe him and made it a big deal. And got my brother chewed out. Am I the butthole here? Did I enter the Twilight Zone? How am I wrong for not wiping my damn new teen's butt? Edit, formatting, update. To everybody asking what does he do when he's at school or my brother isn't around, apparently he wipes himself. And as for my SIL, she knows my brother wipes him and this is a constant problem for them. Yikes. I'd give this I give it like about a 1.5 buttholes because I mean, yeah, he's kind of old enough to do it, but like you could do it and then explain to the kid that like you know what he's doing isn't correct, you know. Oh, before we begin the next post, the last post of the video, I forgot to rate the first one. I give you a rating of at least a 2.5 buttholes, because I mean I understand where you're coming from, where like yeah you're not getting good gifts and you're being very thoughtful of others and they're not being thoughtful of you. But instead of canceling their gifts, should give them something in return, but something that's thoughtless to show how you know how they're treating you and how it's doesn't feel good, right? So should have done that. If I were you, I would have done that as well. Anyways, Next post is by user Riverly17. By the butthole for telling my brother to shut up after he shamed me for getting a surgery done on my jaw. Oof. I, 26 female, was born with a bad underbite. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's when the lower jaw protrudes beyond the upper jaw. About 2 years ago, I went for a jaw corrective surgery to correct my underbite. I did this for several reasons. 1. The underbite caused me to have difficulty speaking and pronouncing certain words. 2. Because of my previous jaw alignment, I've often felt discomfort around my mouth area. Although this didn't affect my daily life, it was annoying to deal with. I had problems chewing and or biting food. It was my biggest insecurity. I went through high school with an underbite, which was a blast. A lot of people made fun of it. I get you, buddy. About the making fun of. I'm very short. I'm 5'1". I'm 16 years old. It's pretty bad. I get made fun of. So I kind of feel you on that one, buddy. My jaw correction surgery went wonderfully, and my jaw is now completely healed, and I don't have any underbite anymore. This has helped me gain a lot of confidence and has also made my life easier. Good job. I'm pretty proud of you for that one. Yesterday, my brother, 24 male, girlfriend 20 female, came over to our house for the first time. It was my first time meeting her, and luckily we got along well. Good for you. Excuse me. While we were chatting, his girlfriend made a comment that I was really pretty. My brother laughed at that and said, "You should have seen her before her jaw surgery." I was very hurt by this comment, but I chose not to say anything because I didn't want to ruin the night. But then his girlfriend asked him to elaborate, and my brother told her the story of my underbite and the surgery I went to to correct it. He then added that I went for the surgery because I was in vain and wanted to look better. I admitted that that's one of the reasons why I went for the surgery, but there were other factors that made me go for it, as I have explained earlier. I told him that wanting to look better wasn't the only reason I got surgery. He said, yeah, whatever you say. But you can't deny that you had plastic surgery before, which was an unnatural thing to do. I felt humiliated, and in the heat of the moment, I told him to shut up if he didn't know anything. My brother told me I was being a jerk because he made a passing remark that was factual, but I think he was being a little insensitive to my feelings. Am I the butthole for telling him to shut up? No, OP, no, you're not. You are just standing up for yourself. I mean, he's your brother. I mean, it kind of makes. I mean, brothers. If he's doing this jokingly, then because brothers, we like to annoy our siblings, right? So it's kind of like how he is. But I would give your brother I give your brother a rating of at least a 3.5 out of buttholes because, well, you don't say certain things, and especially what he said, that was just messed up. That was garbage. That was absolutely bad. So I kind of agree with you on that one, but I'd give you about 0.5 buttholes. I'm changing. I don't remember what I said. So yeah. Thank you everyone for watching this episode, and stay tuned for more coming in the future. Alright, goodbye.